What we're going to do today is talk to you about things from my book. Gotta pitch the book, you know. We're talking about specifically the forehand zone. And you gotta know where your forehand is. So from the blue over, you're gonna hit a normal backhand, and from the red you'll hit a defensive backhand. But everything to the right of that yellow line will be a forehand. And this is more of an advanced kind of situation. For some people, geometry of the court is easier for them than going by feel. Like I'll actually mark the court off where you hit the forehand, where you hit the backhand, and people like that because it gets the habit going, you know, it gets the flow going. What do we talk about here? We're talking about using your forehand in certain areas and using your backhand in other areas, and we're specifically going to look at the defensive backhand today because you need to know when you're on offense and when you're on defense. And sometimes tennis is often a game of errors. Assuming your abilities are not pro level, tennis is about being consistent. And so knowing what shots to hit in certain situations is more important than hitting a winner. In the first shot on the serve, you gotta watch out and avoid serves like this. What's wrong with this serve, I ask? It goes right to me. You can't have a serve like that. It goes right to where I like it, and I crack it. But if you have the ability to hit this counter punch, I mean, this is a great counter punch, right? I whack it, it's deep. He takes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 steps, and he nails a beautiful cross court. Once your opponent runs this much, look at me how much I'm running. There's not much I can do. There really is not much I can do. But notice, as soon as I'm on the move right there, I'm already going to the slice. Whenever you see your opponent bring your racket up like that, they're going to the slice. So keep an eye on what grip they're using. You can see from my grip and the racket positioning, I'm probably going to go to the slice. So the key is always going to be know where your forehand is. From the yellow on, we hit forehand. From the yellow to the signal sideline, you hit a defensive backhand. We can hit a normal backhand. And then you hit a defensive backhand from the single sideline to the doubles alley. Why defensive backhand? Because even if I crack it, I'm not back in the court. There's no court coverage at all. By going to defensive slice, as you'll see right here, it allows me to get back into the court. And I try to hit a short angle, so even if they come to net, then what's going to happen is going to have to hit a hard volley. Look at that slice. I also know my opponent, right? This gives me some time to get back in the point. I would actually have a play on this ball down the line. So he's trying to pull it inside out a little bit more than normal. But I know my opponent too. He doesn't come to net very often. So since he doesn't come to net, I can afford to hit a slice a little bit more in the center of the court, giving me a higher percentage of getting the ball in play. So the value of the slice is it gives you time to get back in the point, and it allows you to really have a playing chance. Good return, great counter, and I go straight to a slice into the point. Remember, tennis is a game of errors, not winners. For more information like this, please see our videos on our ebooks.